Timothy Brennan, a senior coroner for Greater Manchester West, ruled that Mrs. Barlow, a mother of two, died as a result of the consequences of the unrecognized, rare complications of a recently administered elective and necessary COVID-19 vaccination. Michelle Barlow, 51, died 16 days after receiving the coronavirus vaccine in March. Mrs. Barlow had her Oxford AstraZeneca dosage on the 7th of March at a centre in Wigan, and gradually began to experience adverse effects, including flu-like symptoms. Over the following couple of weeks, her conditions gradually deteriorated, and she began to experience more adverse effects. On March 19, she was admitted to Wigan Infirmary, but according to her husband, she felt fobbed off and was discharged. The next day, she presented to the hospital's A&E department and was hospitalized, with specialists first suspecting a gastroenteritis infection. Due to COVID restrictions, her husband and relatives were unable to accompany her to the hospital, and on March 22, Mr. Barlow received a phone call from a nurse advising him to go to the hospital immediately. Multiple organ failure, which ultimately resulted in her death, was caused by blood clots created by vaccine-induced immune thrombotic thrombocytopenia, a syndrome that was unknown at the time of her death. Outside the court, Mrs. Barlow's husband, Ian Barlow, said he felt relief that the vaccine's role in her death had been recognized. He said the family felt stonewalled by public health officials when he raised his concerns about the vaccine. The family is now calling for a judicial review of the vaccine rollout. Ian Barlow said in a statement, "The COVID vaccine victims are forgotten heroes alongside the COVID victims because lessons have been learned. I've had a close friend die of COVID and my wife has died from the vaccine. I'm not saying don't get the vax, I'm saying check it out first, if it's right for you." Dr. Naveen Sharma, a pathologist, said that the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, MHRA, issued recommendations this month indicating a probable relationship between the AstraZeneca vaccination and the very rare side effect of blood clots. He said that 425 instances of significant blood clots had been detected in persons who had received the AstraZeneca vaccination, which he described as an uncommon but well-recognized consequence. Of the 425 instances, 215 were women and 206 were males, 154 had blood clots in the brain and 271 involved blood clots in other areas of the body. The ages of the 425 patients varied from 18 to 93, with 101 instances between the ages of 50 and 59, 19 of whom were among the 73 fatal cases. He said that 24.8 million individuals had received the first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine and around 24 million had received 2 doses. Dr. Naveen Sharma added, "There's no denying a small number of people with the AstraZeneca vaccine have gone on to develop blood clots. Michelle Barlow was a much-loved mother who will be dearly missed by her family and people who know her. We are deeply saddened by her sudden death, and we sincerely express our heartfelt condolence to the family of Michelle Barlow. Rest in peace, Michelle Barlow." Please leave your comments below on what you think. Also, please like or dislike the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be notified when we post new videos. Thank you.